Hi. A lot of students have been reaching out to me asking which optional papers should they choose in the professional level. So I am going to cover that in today's video. But before we do that, like always, thank you so much for all your love, support, comments, feedback. I truly appreciate it. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, can I request you to please hit the bell icon, the subscribe icon, because I will only and only do videos that will help you in your overall ACCA journey as well as your overall finance and accounting career. Now, coming back to which optional papers to choose from. Right now, look, there are two ways to look at it. The first way is that if you are already working, you know what you're doing in your career and you're all set, you just want a nice qualification like ACCA to add value to your resume and your overall career, right? And doing any subject does not really matter at work, then probably look for the papers which are the most doable. Okay, now as far as P level is concerned, in the optional papers there is advanced tax, advanced audit, advanced performance management and financial management. Now if pass rates are to go by, right, your AFM and your ATX, these are the two papers which have got a relatively high pass rates. So therefore, as far as your doability is concerned, I would say that ATX and AFM could be your choice. And again, why is it also high is because not that the papers are easy, it's just that there are more numericals in this paper. And anyone who's been following me for some time should know that I've always talked about that the reason why ACCA becomes tough is that because it focuses more on theory and concepts, right? So therefore, when there is an element of more practicals, more numericals, once you understand how it works, then there's no, the formula remains the same, the 1 + 1 will always be a 2, right? So therefore, if you are someone who does not have any dependency of which paper you're going to do on your career, then probably just do AFM and ATX and get done with ACCA, right? Because no one really is going to ask you which optional paper did you choose, because ACCA is a charter, it's a certificate that you have, and that's it, right? It does not, no one needs to know which papers you sat for, no one needs to know which or what marks you got, nothing like that, right? It's up to you, because obviously while you, let's say, not do advanced performance management, but because you've done performance management at skill level, so you understand costing fairly decent, right? So therefore you can do these two papers and get done with ACCA. Now let's say if you have some dependability of your career, for example, you want to get into practice. Now again, there will be a lot of students getting worried, oh, but we are not allowed to practice. No, I'm not saying that. You can set up your own practice and start signing off financials, right? Because that license we don't have. But yes, you can always work at a practice. I myself was working at SR Bartley Boy, which is EY associate, right? So you can work at a practice and you can be part of stat audits. Now when you're working in such places, then audit will definitely become a compulsion, right? Let's say tomorrow you want to start your own practice, and let's say you want to go to Europe or you want to go to UK or any other these places where ACCA has an MOU. They will require that you would have sat the audit paper, right? Audit and tax paper, right? So therefore, if you have in any part of your brains, you have even this much intuition that you would probably want to do practice at a later stage, right? Then do audit and tax. Okay, that's your point number one. Now point number two, a lot of students who are doing ACCA also want to make a career in finance, because and we should all take pride in that ACCA is not just about accounting, right, or auditing or taxation. There is equal amount of finance in there as well. Therefore, if you are someone who wants to make a career in finance, and when I say finance, it could be on the investment banking side, it could be on the corporate finance side, it could be any of those finance related jobs, right? For them, it is probably best that you do AFM and APM, right? Advanced Financial Management and Advanced Performance Management, because that will give you the knowledge, that will give you the skills to be able to do really well. For example, if you understand budgeting, forecasting really well, which are some of the topics in AFM and APM, then you can do really well in corporate finance, right? And if you are doing AFM, then you understand, the debt, equity, and all the bits around the capital markets. Then yes, you will be able to make a career in finance as well. So my point being is that if you want to make a career in auditing, in accounting, in practice, right, then tax and audit. If you want to make a career in finance, then APM, AFM. Now, last thing, if you're not sure about in which area you would want to go eventually, safe bet will be that take one paper like a AAA, because audit is never going to get wasted as a skill. So maybe take a AAA and take an AFM. That way it's doable, as well as you've got a fine skill in accounting, auditing, and in finance, right? So I do hope this video helps. If you still have any confusion, any questions, do leave me a comment, and of course try and share it with your friends as well, because I'm sure if you have this question, they have it as well, right? I hope this video helps. All the very best, and thank you so much. Bye bye.